crispy on the edges, soft on the inside, a little chewy. And it tastes delicious. Today, we're making high-protein, plant-based pizza. Say that 10 times fast. That has 31 grams of protein per serving and is gluten and oil-free. Here's why you're gonna wanna make it. 1, it's cheaper than store-bought vegan and gluten-free pizza crust, because we all know how overpriced those are. 2, it tastes way better than store-bought pizza crust. 3, it's made with all healthy whole food ingredients. And 4, it takes literally 5 minutes to make the pizza crust and it requires no rising and no kneading of the dough. And you're gonna be shocked at what makes the pizza crust so high in protein, and I bet you already have that ingredient in your fridge. So let's go make some pizza. High protein, plant-based pizza, high protein, plant-based pizza. Overall, the pizza dough only has 5 ingredients, and that doesn't include salt because everyone has salt. And it comes together so quickly in a food processor, and you do need a food processor or a blender. So first step is we're gonna take our fine little block of extra firm tofu, and we're just going to simply crumble it into the bowl of our food processor. Pretty big chunks, that's all you need to do. Then add in the lupin flour, just a 1/4 cup is all we're using. Lupin flour, if you've never heard of it, is gaining quite a lot of popularity in the keto, low carb, and vegan space because it's made from the lupini bean, and it's actually relatively low in carbs and very high in protein. I'm talking 12 grams of protein per 1/4 cup of lupin flour and about 13 grams of carbs, plus 3 tablespoons of some nutritional yeast, which gives really good cheesy, kind of savory umami flavor. A 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of soy milk just to help everything blend together into a dough, because we need the liquids here, folks. Then we're gonna add 2 to 3 cloves of garlic. This is more like 2 cloves in one, so I'm just gonna use this big boy right here. And then to bring out all the good flavors, we're just gonna add 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Now this step is optional, but highly recommended if you can get it. Is some fresh rosemary, you guys, because if you have the choice to make your pizza dough taste like rosemary garlic bread, why not? I recommend you mince it up first though before you add it in. It'll just help it to blend properly and you don't have like whole leaves of rosemary. Then we're just gonna put a lid on it, pulse it a couple times just to first get the ingredients a little bit more incorporated, and then we're gonna start blending it on low, working our way up to high speed until pretty much you have pizza dough. This will probably take anywhere from 30 to 90 seconds, depending on the strength and power of your food processor. But once it's done, it should look something like this. Oh, you guys. Oh, it smells so good. Sorry, that was a little bit aggressive. So just scrape down the edges, pretty much get everything compiled into a little dough blob, if you will. If you ever made my tofu ricotta, it's very similar. It's soft, it's kind of, you know, it sticks to the fingers, right? But that's exactly the texture you want. This has got just the right amount of moisture so that it doesn't dry out in the oven, but it's still nice and thick and doughy, and it will be really nice and chewy and kind of soft and fluffy when it comes out of the oven. That is cheesy and delicious and good. No morsels left behind. Must scrape every last bit. Now we're just going to grab ourselves a pizza tray. We're gonna line it with some parchment paper. I just cut off the edges so that it would fit and not catch on fire in my air fryer. I have done that before. True story. And then we're going to take our big blob here of pizza dough. We're just gonna plop it right onto the parchment paper. Like a kid with Play-Doh. Whack! And then what we're gonna do with wet hands, not dripping, but pretty wet, we're going to carefully just push into the dough and spread it out. We wet our hands so that the tofu dough doesn't stick to our fingers. You might have to repeat wetting your hands once or twice. See, it's starting to stick again. Just repeat. Don't worry, it's not going to affect the texture. You're not really like adding too much moisture back into the dough. We're just doing this to spread it into a nice thin layer. Leave about 1 to 1.5 inches of space around the edge of your dough. We're probably looking at about a 10-inch pizza here. And then I like to just kind of create a little bit of a pressed up ridge at the edges of the crust, just to kind of create that defined crust edge, you know, that you would get in a regular pizza dough crust. And if you want a more smooth appearance, you can kind of smooth it out a bit with a spatula. I personally don't really think that's necessary because it's just gonna get covered up with pizza toppings in a little while anyway. Et voila! Isn't she gorgeous, you guys? One other thing I like to do is take a fork and just do a couple little holes just across the top. This is just to prevent any major air bubbles from forming when we pop her in the oven. Speaking of which, your oven shall be preheating at 425 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're just going to give it its first initial bake for 20 minutes, just until it gets nice and golden brown. We don't want it to be fully cooked yet. That will happen after we put the topping. Okay, y'all, it's been 20 minutes and ooh la la. My kitchen smells very nice right now, I will say. Okay, let's top this pizza. Now, there's like 1,016 ways you can dress up your pizza, but I'm gonna show you one of my favorite types of pizza, and that is none other than a good pesto pizza. Yep, I've got some homemade pesto. This is actually leftovers from a day or so ago. Still good, still got it. I do have a couple pesto recipes that you can check out that I'll link below from various other videos. Some of them are even high protein pesto, so check those out. We're gonna add a nice little even layer of some of that green good stuff. Then we're gonna add a nice little dusting of some vegan mozzarella. I happen to love, like just stinking love Daya's mozzarella. It melts like a dream and tastes so beautiful. And then I like to add some tomatoes. I've just got some sliced juicy aromas. I'm feeling a little bit extra fancy, so I'm gonna add in some chopped sun-dried tomatoes that come in a jar of oil. So I'm only using a few. I almost forgot to add some pitted Kalamata olives. Brad would be just thoroughly and most disappointed if I didn't put olives on this pizza, because let's be real, this is my dinner tonight, you guys. And it's Brad's too, so gotta have the olives. Also, I am just dying to know, what are some of your pizza topping no-goes? Like, what will you absolutely not stand for on a pizza? Okay, she's a beaut. And let's pop her in for 8 to 10 more minutes, just until everything's hot, bubbly, ooey gooey, and cheesy wheezy. You heard what I said. Ta-da! Oh, yeah, girl, work it, pose. Okay, I lied before. I didn't add the red chili flakes when I said I was going to. So now we're just gonna add them for some spice, and the fresh basil, which I also did not add before so that it wouldn't burn to a crisp in the air fryer. Okay, people, what do we think? This smells nice, you guys. Am I even ready? Am I even ready for these slices of za? I guess I should say sa. Lasagna, za, pizza, sa. Lasagna, za, pizza, sa, sa. Slices of sa. You guys, like, do you see the magnificence? The texture on this pizza crust is unexpectedly great. Like, I'm gonna rip off a piece here, just so you guys can see it. Like, it's got texture, it's got a little bit of fluff, a little bit of puff in there, crispy on the edges, soft on the inside, a little chewy. And it tastes delicious. You guys, the crust alone for just 2 slices of pizza, 280 calories and 31 grams of protein. So depending on the ingredients you add for the toppings, you could be looking at like 35 grams of protein and probably well under 500 calories for 2 pretty hefty pieces of pizza. That pesto is the besto. And if you think Steamy Vegan is the besto, subscribe if you're not already. It's free to subscribe, which means you get free, healthy, high-protein, plant-based, gluten-free recipes all the time. Don't want you to miss out. And I do want to give you a big old happy hug for joining the community. Let me know what you guys want to see on the channel in the future. I want to make your high-protein, plant-based dreams come true. So let me know in a comment. I'll see you in another video real soon. Ta-ta for now.